So, hi everyone, good day. I am Shanela Constantino from PUP Institute of Technology. So, today I will be discussing about the Supreme Court case by Christian Cadajas versus the people of the Philippines. So, what is the case all about? So, this case is all about a child pornography committed through online communication. So, specifically, nangyari siya through Facebook Messenger. It involves an adult who was convicted for inducing a minor to produce sexually explicit images of herself. So, this 24 years old man is their messages was his messages was with a 14-year-old. So, minor pa yung bata. So, in violation of the Anti-Child Pornography Act and the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, so at its core, the case addresses an important legal question. Can an adult be held criminally liable for child pornography, even if the minor allegedly consented and claimed to be in a romantic relationship with the accused? So, claim dito ng bata na she sent the pictures willingly kasi meron silang relationship noong petitioner. So, the Supreme Court used this case to strongly affirm the state's duty to protect minors from sexual exploitation, especially in the digital government. So, yeah. So, what are the facts ba dito sa case na to? So, the accused, Christian Cadajas was 24 years old at the time of the incident. So, and the victim referred here is AAA to protect her identity. She was only 14 years old when the incident happened. So, they met and communicated through Facebook Messenger, where they developed what the accused claimed was a romantic relationship. During their conversations, Cadajas requested and encouraged the 14-year-old, which is AAA, to send nude and sexually explicit photographs of herself. AAA compiled and sent these images through Facebook Messenger. Later on, the minor's mother discovered the explicit photos and messages. So, as a result, a complaint was filed against Cadajas. So, during the investigation and trial, the prosecution presented the Facebook Messenger conversations, the explicit photos of the minor, and the testimony establishing that the accused induced and encouraged the minor to produce these images. So, doon, pinakita yung mga images na sinend ng bata na hiningi ni accused. So, Cadajas denied the allegations. He argued that the relationship was consensual. The minor voluntarily sent the photos, and the evidence violated his right to privacy, since the Facebook was personal. So, the Facebook account is personal. So, despite his defenses, the trial court and the Court of Appeals found him guilty, prompting him to elevate the case to the Supreme Court. So, ano nga ba yung issues dito sa case na to? So, the Supreme Court resolved several important legal issues. So, first, whether the accused induced or caused a minor to create child pornography even if the minor appeared to participate willingly. Second, whether the alleged consensual romantic relationship, often referred as the sweetheart defense, could absolve and accuse of criminal liability. So despite of that, it is still a criminal liability. And the third, whether the Facebook messages and photos were admissible as evidence, considering the accused's claim of violation of his privacy. Finally, whether the accused should be convicted under the Cybercrime Prevention Act in relation to the Anti-Child Pornography Act. So, based on these facts, ano yung naging ruling ng Supreme Court? So, the Supreme Court denied the petition and affirmed the conviction of Christian Cadajas y Cabayas. So, the court ruled that the accused is guilty beyond reasonable doubt of child pornography committed through a computer under Act number 10175 in relation to Republic Act number 9775. So, the Supreme Court emphasized several key points. So, first one is the court held that consent is immaterial in cases involving minors. So, kahit na sinabi niya na, kahit claim nung bata na she willingly sent that, the court held that consent is immaterial because the girl is still a minor. So, a child cannot legally consent to sexual explicit acts. Therefore, even if the minor willingly sent the photos, as I said, the accused is still criminally liable. Second, the court rejected the sweetheart defense. So, it ruled that a supposed romantic relationship between an adult and a minor does not excuse sexual exploitation. The law exists precisely to protect minors from being manipulated or influenced by adults. And third, the court ruled that the Facebook messages and photos were admissible in evidence. So, yung mga nakuha nila is an evidence. The accused had voluntarily shared access to his account. So, yung sinasabi ni Christian is denied. So, moreover, privacy rights cannot be used as a shield to escape criminal liability. So, finally, the Supreme Court upheld the penalty of reclusion perpetua, reflecting the gravity of the offense and the strong public policy against child exploitation. Yeah. So, what are my takeaways or learnings from this case? So, upon reading this case, there are minors that is being manipulated by adults. So, it is important that your parents, the parents or guardians, must really guide their children kaya lalo na kung minor sila. So first, may several key takeaways na ako dito sa case na to. So first, this decision reinforces that children are always protected by law. Regardless of their actions or perceived consent, the responsibility is always on the adult to act lawfully and ethically. So, yeah, mga minors, hindi pa sila fully talaga kakapag-isip ng matino. So, yeah. The second one is the case highlights that online platforms are not safe havens for criminal acts. Digital communication such as social media messages can be used as valid and powerful evidence in the court. So as mentioned in the case earlier, the digital world is really powerful. Even in court, magagamit siya as evidences. Third, the ruling clearly shows that the sweetheart defense has no place in crimes involving minors and sexual exploitation. Emotional attachment or mutual affection cannot legalize an act that the law clearly prohibits. Fourth one, this case reminds us that privacy rights are not absolute. When a person voluntarily exposes information or commits a crime using digital platforms, they cannot hide behind privacy laws. And lastly, the decision demonstrates that the Supreme Court's firm stance on protecting minors in the digital age, especially nowadays na lahat ng tao mayroong gadgets. As technology evolves, the law adapts to ensure that vulnerable individuals, especially children, are safeguarded from abuse and exploitation. In conclusion, in this case, Cadajas y Cabayas versus the people of the Philippines serves as a strong reminder that the law prioritizes the best interests of the child above all else. It sends a clear message that sexual exploitation of minors, whether done physically or online, will be met with the full force of the law para sa kabataan. So that's it, guys. I hope you learned something from this video, and goodbye.